Okay, do you see the notepad on the screen? Please respond me. Do you see the notepad on the screen? Please respond me.
No, sir, we cannot see.
Okay. Now.
Yes, sir, we can.
Okay. Good morning, everyone of you. Good morning, Udang. Good morning, Divya. Good morning, Usha. Good morning, Kavya. Good morning, Priya. Good morning, Kiti. Good morning, Rachna. Okay. Good morning, Surbi. See here. How many of you know this codewithharry.com? How many of you know this? Please type every one of you codewithharry.com. Codewithharry.com. Okay. Or code with Harry. Please. Everyone type this one. This is the website or this is the blog. This is a channel which you can follow for Python. It's very good. Okay, good. Code with Harry. Okay, good. Please, every one of you. In fact, I referred this blog in the Corona times nearly 3 to 6 months. Okay. I learned a lot. So, okay, good. Please, everybody, see this channel. It is very good. Okay. Harry has explained very nicely. Okay. Now, good. Thank you, every one of you. So, in the last class, I was telling you about the shuttle. Okay. I told you about the shuttle module. Shuttle will be having the copy. Okay. Shuttle will be having the copy tree. Shuttle will be having a move. Okay. Now, similarly, you learned os.unlink, os.remove directory, shuttle.remove tree, send to trash, os walk. Okay. Similarly, I told a few introduction about the zip files. Okay, zip is nothing but compression. Okay, we are compressing the files. So in the zip again we'll be having one more method like zip. We need to pass the file, whichever we want to make that as zip. Again, name list. It will give you the list of all the files that is there in the zipped file or in the compressed file. Okay, so again it will be having one more method like get info. Okay, this example zip will be having one more method like get info. If I pass spam.text, it will give you the information, what is the size, what was the original size, what was the current size, all these things. So you can get those things directly by specifying this parameter, file size and compress size. Okay, after compression, what is the size, what is the original file size, these things we can get. Okay, now why we are using copy, shuttle copy. Why we are using shuttle copy? Any one of you? Good morning, every one of you. Why we are using shuttle.move or shuttle.copy? I told you the difference between the copy and move. Okay, what is the difference between copy and move? What is the difference between copy and move? Please type me in the chat box. Shuttle. move, okay, and shuttle copy. Okay, so shuttle copy, what it does, it copies the file, it copies the file, copies the file, but from one location to another location. But move, what it does, it moves, it moves the file, it moves the file. Okay, so that in the original, in the source place, in the source place, we can't find this file. In the source place, we may not find this file. We may not find this file. It is like cut. It is like cut. Okay. Similarly, copy tree. Copy tree, what it does, it copies all the folders. It copies all the folders, subdirectories, subdirectories, and files. Okay. Now you learned unlink. I told you what is unlink. It deletes the file. It deletes the file. It deletes the file or folder, whatever we specify. Okay. Similarly, removes. It will also remove the directory. It removes the directory. It removes a directory. I told you what is the difference between directory and file also. Now send to trash. Okay. When it comes to the tree, it removes all the directories, directories, subdirectories, subdirectories, files, etc. Similarly, send to trash. Okay, it alarms you, it warns you. Okay, it warns you to delete. Okay, if there are some important files, again it will alarm you. Do you really want to delete that? Okay, now OS work. It it gives it gives it gives the entire directories, subdirectories as a string. Okay, we can get that one as a string. Okay, now when it comes to the zip file, I told you what is zip file. It is compressed file. Similarly, it will be having some methods like zip file, get info, file size, and compress size. Okay, now when it comes to today's class, you are going to learn extractall, similarly extract, okay, and some compression algorithm. Okay, that is zip deflated. Zip deflated, we'll be having multiple algorithms for compression. Okay, we will be using zip deflated. Okay, before that you should be in time, all of you. Okay, now in the students, I told you to read and come the projects. How many of you did that? I told you to have a glance of the projects. How many of you did that? Please respond me honestly. Please make time and try to do that. Okay. Now similarly, I told you creating and adding to the zip files. Already there is a new zip file. We are going to write the new file into that. Okay. We'll be using some algorithm that is known as zip deflated algorithm. Okay. Compression type. Please, you type, every one of you type this argument. Please type me this argument, every one of you. I'll wait for your inputs. Please type me that. Please type me that. Okay, compression type is equal to zip file dot zip deflated. Zip deflated. It must be written in capitals. It must be written in capitals. After dot, you must write in capitals. Okay. See here, I am doing okay. Did you type? Okay. Abhishek says compression type is equal to zip file dot zip deflated. Good Durga Devi. Good Shweta. Good Vamshi. Good Rakshita. Good Rachna. Good Shirisha. Tejas. Good morning. You must be in time. Okay. Good. Deflated. Good. Good. Thank you, every one of you. You see here, compression. Okay. I'm doing this one in the Windows. This is the compressed file. Okay. How the compression file look like? Say, if you want to compress all these things, just select all those things. I'm doing in Windows. Okay. Right click on that. You can find multiple options here, so you can type compression. Okay, you see here it is compressed. All the files will be compressed. It takes some time for the compression. I'm doing this one in Windows. Okay, similarly we can do this one in Python by using the commands. Okay, already the old file will be there. We can copy one more file, spam.txt, as compressed into the new .zip. Please type me the file which we are going to compress. Sorry, I'm disturbing you again and again. System is slow because I have opened multiple things, or else it will do in fraction of seconds. Okay. You see here, this is the compressed file. Okay, you can right click on that. We can extract here. Okay, we can extract here. It is prompting me to replace all. As I'm giving replace all. It has been replaced everything. All the files, whatever I have compressed, has been replaced. Okay, previously I did this. Okay, similarly that can be done by using extractall. Okay, extractall, what it does, it extracts all the files. All the files of compressed content. Similarly, extract. It extracts a particular file. Okay. Now, you see in this example, it has moved to the current directory. Current directory is C drive. Here, there is a folder like example.zip. Okay. We are extracting. We are creating an object which points to the example.zip, and we are extracting all the files. Okay. Now, project. Okay, I was telling you about renaming files from European style to American style to European style. Okay, can you tell me what will be the American style of writing the dates? Please American style of writing the dates. I told you to write. I told you to study. I told you to have a glance. Say I'll write my date of birth. I'll write my date of birth in American style. First they'll write month. Okay. Then they'll write day. Okay. Then they'll write year. Okay. Say that is American style. When it comes to European style, it is day, then month, then year. Okay, it's like this. Okay, if I'm writing my own example, say for example in American style, my date of birth or will be month. Okay, say 04 18, okay, 1982. Okay, similarly, if this needs to be written in European style, this needs to be written in European style, it will be written like 18 4 1982. Okay, say we need to convert all the files that are stored in American style to the European style, from European style. Okay, that is the project. Okay, how many of you tried this, or how many of you did had a glance? You did not respond me. None of you. I don't like to scold anyone. I'm not a scolding person. Okay, try to have a glance. Dear students, you must have a glance of the previous topics, and you must revise every day. Okay, so that they'll be entered into your brain completely. Okay, so all the things I may be not able to deliver you properly. Okay, so if you read and come up before to the class, definitely you can understand the things properly. Okay, say we need to create a regular expression. We need to create a regular expression that identifies the American style dates. That is the first step. Next, we need to call the list directory. Okay, it gives you all the directories, folders, files in the current working directory. Okay, now we are looping the file names with the regular expression. Next, if it has a date that needs to be moved, where already it is defined with European style. Okay, that's what the project is. That's what the steps is. Okay, so you see here, I'm creating a regular expression for American style dates. Okay, if you see the regular expression, what is the name of the regular expression here? What is the name of the regular expression we have given here? Please, you see this regular expression and you tell me the name which we have given for the regular expression, or the object which points to the regular expression. Date pattern. Good, Abhishek. Very good. See here, this is the object which points to the regular expression which we have created. Okay, it has spanned over multiple lines. Okay, it has spanned over 4 lines. So I told you we need to use RE verbose whenever it expands in multiple lines. Okay, say this will be the previous text. Say this will be the previous text for the file name, and this will be for the month. Okay, and this will be for the day, and this will be for the year. Okay, we may have 2 digits, 19 or 20, and after that 2 digits. Okay, we may have total 4 digits. Here we may have 1 or 2 digits, 1 or 2 digits. Okay, here 1 or 2 digits. Okay, now we are creating a regular expression for that, which identifies the American dates. Next, what we need to do, we need to loop over of the files in the working directory. Okay, if there are no files with the date, we need to skip. Next, what we need to do, we need to do the parts of the file name. Okay, after that, from the European style, we need to convert that one to the absolute file paths. Okay, then we need to rename the files. Okay, that's what we are doing. So if you are unable to understand, the solution is you must have a glance before coming for the class, not only for this subject. whatever the subject it may be, have whatever the teacher teaches in the next class, for the next class, that you must study and come. Okay. Now, in the second part, what we are doing, we are finding out the parts of the file names. Okay. Now, if you see here, we are making the groups. We are making the group before part. This will be having the text. Okay. Say the file name is like this. File 1, say its date is something like this. 11/02/1982. Okay, if it is something like this is the previous part. Okay, and this will be the next part. Okay, working file. Okay, if it is like this, we are creating a part, before part, after part, and month part, day part, and year part. Okay. Now, the next thing, we are creating a new file name with renaming the files. You see here, we are getting the absolute paths. It will give you the entire paths. It will give you the entire path of the current directory. Okay, after that, we are joining with absolute working directory with American file name. Okay. Now, after that, we are renaming. We are renaming American file name with Europe file name. Okay. We are moving from the American file name to the Europe file name. Okay, we'll be using the shuttle module. We'll be using the shuttle module. Whatever you learned in this module. Okay. Are you able to understand? Please respond me. Are you able to understand? I'll wait for your inputs. Nitish, good. Kavya, good. Abhishek, good. Durga Devi, good. Abin, good. Dhruti, good. Vamshi, good. Good, every one of you. Good, Sanya. Just my task is to give you some idea of the project. Okay. Good, Rakshita. Good, Mahesh. Now, the next project is backing up a folder. Okay, we are compressing whatever the current files and we are backing up. Okay. Oh, do you need backup? Do you need backup of the files? Do you need the backup of the files? Say yes if it is yes. Say no if it is no. How many of you had backups? Good. Abhishek says yes. Good. Priya says yes. Good. Okay. Shirisha says yes. Good. Okay. Backup. Lot of softwares are there which which takes the backup. Even in mobiles also there is backup software. Okay. Here we have given a small example. Okay. Minor software which does the zipping of the current directories file. Okay. So here what we are doing, we are importing whatever you learned. Okay. Say it copies the entire folder into the contents into a zip file. Okay. It increments whenever it files a new folder. Okay. It writes, literally it writes. We are importing zip file. We are importing OS. Two modules we are importing. Okay. Now zip file for its compression. OS is for using os.path, os.basename, okay, for those kind of files, and for using os.path.exist for all those things. Okay, now we are defining a function. What is the name of the function? Please, we are defining a function. What is the name of the function? Please type me the name of the function. Every one of you. Karthik, are you there? Please type me the name of the function. I'll open the textbook. Okay. Backup to zip. Good as is. Okay. Backup to zip. Good Kavya. Just I'll go to I'll open the textbook parallelly. Just I want to show the things in a textbook. Okay, that will be more efficient. I will increase the size. We did this. I think you are not going to open the textbook. That's why for you, I am opening the textbook. Okay. See here. The first step is figuring out the zips file names. Zips file names. Already some compressed files will be there in our directory. Okay. So what we are doing, we are importing zip file. We are importing OS. We are defining a function. Okay. What it does is it backups the entire folder into the zip file. Okay. After that, we are creating. We will find out the absolute path of every folder. We need that. Okay. We will store them in folder. Okay. Now if file already exists, no need to compress that. Okay, else what we do, we will repeat this process continuously. That's why it is true. Okay, we will find out the base name, we will find out the string number, file 1, file 2, file 3, something like that. If the path does not exist, we'll come out of that. Okay, else we will increment the file name. Okay, file number. So the next step is to create the zip file. Here just we have given the file names, file 1, file 2, file 3, file 4 for compression. Okay, here we are creating the zip file in the next step. Next, we need to walk through to the entire directory. Okay, that's what we are doing here by using os.walk. Okay, we may use that. So the name, we are defining a function. So we are passing a current directory with delicious in it, delicious directory in it. Okay. Now creating a new zip file. The next step is creating the new zip file. Okay. How the zip file is created every time. You see here, we are giving a message, creating a zip file. Okay. Now after that, we are using zip file dot current zip file, and we are writing into already the existing zip file. Okay. It is similar to file writing. Okay. The compressed file will be returned to this zip file, and we are assigning that one to backup dot zip. Okay. Now the next step. Is walk the directory tree and add to the zip files. Okay. We want the zip files of the entire directory. Okay. That's why we are using here folder names, subfolders, file names, os.walk. Okay. I'll try to do that. Just I did one example. You see here, I did already. Just I copy pasted. I've created one D drive. Okay. All other things I may be not able to show you because it will ask system permissions. Okay, system administration permissions. Or else I could have shown you the compression also. Okay, by using Python commands. Now, if I run this, say in the D drive, I'm having directory 1. Okay, let me show you that. I'll be going to the D drive. See here, still it is compressing. Okay. I'll go to the D drive. Already I have created yesterday some folders. In the D drive, I have created a directory 1. In the directory, I have created 2 subdirectories, sub1. Okay, in the sub1, I have created file names, file 1 and file 2. Okay, I'll come back. I have created one more subdirectory, file 3 and file 4. Okay. Now, can you type me what are the things that I have created? Can you type me what are the things I have created? Directory names and file names and subfolder names. Please type me. Sorry, I am disturbing you repeatedly. I'll go to the D drive. In the D drive, I have created directory 1. Okay, I have created directory 1. In the directory 1, I have created sub1 or subdirectory. In the subdirectory, I have created file like f1.txt. Okay, and f2.txt. I'll come back. Sub2. and file 3. I did not type anything. I did not type anything into that. F3 and F4. Please type me the directory name, subdirectory name, and files in it. It's an exercise. I'll wait for your inputs. Okay, good, Abhishek. Directory 1, subdirectory 1, subdirectory 2, file 1. Okay, just I have created. I want you to know the tree. Okay, good, Vamshi. Say, I'll go here. Uh, I'll go to the PyCharm. Just I'll print all those things. I'll run it. You see here, I did not show you os.walk. I did not show you os.walk. Okay, I want to show you that. Say I'll run that. The name of the file is module3.class4. Okay. I'll run that. Okay. Say I'll comment this. This is for the next debugging class. This program is for next debugging class. You see here? I'll run one more time. I'll run one more time. You see here? I printed all those things. The current folder is directory 1. After that, within that subfolder, directory 1. Within that, its name is subdirectory 1. Okay. After that, subdirectory 2, sub 2. Okay. Within that, when we enter into that, we are printing file names. Okay. We need to print the file names also. I'm unable to do that. So what is the mistake? Any one of you? I am not getting the file names. I did the mistake intentionally. You see this? This is the part which prints the file names. Okay. So what I must write here? Is there any mistake here? We need to get F1, F2, F3, F4. Okay, all those things. Okay. Try to execute it by yourself. Okay. Now, after that, we are adding the base name with the current file name with .zip. Okay. Every file must be suffixed with .zip. Okay. If the task is already done means we are continuing. We are not writing that. Okay. Else we need to write. Okay. Continue is a keyword. Next, we are closing that. After that, we are giving a message done. Okay. This is some brief idea about the project. Okay. How many of you did understand? Partially at least. If say yes if it is yes, say no if it is no. Be honest. I'll wait for your inputs. Partially means you say partially. Okay, good, Ritvik. Ritvik says partially. Udang says partially. Okay. Shirisha says partially. Okay. Abhishek says partially. Okay. Kavya says partially. Good. Good, Sanya. See here. Priya says partially. Dhruti says partially. Good. Okay. Divya says partially. See here. That's why I said you. That's why I said you must study once before attending the class. Okay. By yourself. As a programmers, you must become programmer on the particular day or particular time, and you must have the glance of once. Okay, if possible, you need to execute. You need to copy paste, and you need to just execute in the editors, whatever the editors you are having with you. Okay. Okay, good. Now, the next concept is debugging. Okay. Debugging is nothing but removing the errors. Debugging is nothing but removing the errors. Removing the errors. Okay. Now, how many of you like debugging? How many of you like debugging? It is known as troubleshooting. It is known as troubleshooting. Okay. Many great programmers, they do a lot of mistakes in debugging. Okay. 90% of the work is based on debugging. Okay. How many of you like it? Debugging. Please type me yes if it is yes. Okay. Divya says yes. Nitish says yes. Okay. Good. Once you do debugging, you feel that you have achieved something. Okay. If one error is resolved, means you will feel that you have achieved something. Okay. So there are many videos available in YouTube which helps you in debugging. Okay. Or I told you a debugging technique already. If you remember, I told you a debugging technique. Did I told you in the previous sessions? What is the debugging technique I told you? Any one of you? It's not related with the textbook. Yes. Okay. Good, Abhishek. Very good. Very good, Abhishek. You must copy down the error into the Stack Overflow. Okay. That is one of the best. Okay. Search for the error. Good. Good, Priya. Good. Okay. Now here in Python, there are various techniques are there for removing the errors. Okay. First one is raising exceptions. When we will go for exceptions. Okay. It is like print statements. It is like print statements. Okay. If there are 1,000 lines are there, if there are 1 lakh lines are there in the program. Okay. If there are 1 lakh lines are there in the program, it is very difficult to find where the control is moving. So what we do is we will give print statements. We will give print statements after every 10 lines. After every 10 lines. Okay. If a particular print statement is not got executed, that means there is some mistake. Some mistake there. Like that, we are giving rising exceptions. Okay. We are raising exceptions. So we are using a keyword rise, after that method exception, and the message which we want to give. Okay. So for every number of lines, we will give a message like rise exception. Okay. This is error message. Okay. I'll try to copy this. I'll try to copy this. I'll try to copy this. Okay. Command. I'll go to the command prompt. Python, since it is single line, I'm going for this editor. Okay, Control B. See here, rise exception. Whenever I rise this, you'll get some trace back along with that exception message. This is the error message. You can give any message you want. You can give any message. Okay, this is fatal message. This is fatal error. Fatal error. Okay, this is fatal error. Your system will crash. Your system will crash. Okay, this is the message you can give. See here, whatever the message you give in the exception, that will be executed. So this is the fatal error. Your system will crash. What is the keyword in this line? What is the keyword in this line? Please type me. What is the keyword in this line? Do you have any keyword? Do you have any keyword? Yes. Vamshi. Fatal is the message. Fatal is the message. Fatal is the message. Okay. See here. Rise. Rise is the keyword. Rise is the keyword. Okay. Do you have any method in this? Do you have any method in this line? Karthik. Good. Rise is the keyword. Do you have any method in this? You see there, the method's name is exception. The method's name is exception. It is written in capitals. You must write in capitals. Okay. If I try to write that one in small letters, if I try to write that one in small letters, okay, it is error again. It is error again. See here, exception is not defined. Exception is not defined. What type of error it is? Name error. It is name error. Okay. For Bangalore, we are calling as Mangalore. It is something like that. Okay. For Bangalore, we are calling that one as Mangalore. That is name error. For your friend Ramesh, you are calling as Girish. Okay. That is a mistake. That is name error. Okay. So exception must be written in small capitals means you must be written in capitals. That is the meaning. Okay. See here, rise is the keyword, exception is the method. Okay, next. The next thing is traceback. We can get the entire traceback. Traceback is nothing but the function calls. Okay, see here, backend is calling spam and spam is calling one more function. That control flow or the traceback we can get through a string. We can get through as a string. Okay, so this entire message can be brought through as a string. So you see here in this example, we are importing the module traceback. Okay, and we are using traceback dot format dot exec. Okay, it gives you the entire traceback. It gives you this entire message as a string. Okay, so please type me this entire line. Please type me this entire traceback module with with the method name, please. Traceback dot format exec, please. I'll wait for your inputs. Okay, good Nitish, good Abhishek, good. I'll try to execute that. I'll try to execute that. Okay, I'll copy that. Okay, I think I have executed. I think I have executed. Okay, no, I did not execute. So what I do is I'll comment this entire thing. I'll comment this entire thing. Okay, now I'll come down. Say here, I'll copy this entire thing. I'll copy this entire thing. Okay, now I'll go to the editor. I'll paste it. I'll paste it. I'll remove this prompt. This is for command line. Okay, I'm using PyCharm because there are multiple lines are there. There are multiple lines are there. Try. Okay, within try we must write indentation. We must give indentation. Okay. Except we must give indentation here. We must give indentation. Now you see in this example. If some error message occurs, some traceback will be there. The traceback we are writing into a file known as error info. Okay, the name of the file is error info. Okay, that entire group of lines will be written in this file error info.txt. Okay, whenever we are writing that, the entire content will be stored as a string. Okay, we can get as a string. After that, we are closing the file error file. Okay, I'll try to run that. If I get any errors, I'll move on because still I need to do many things. Okay, unexpected indent. Let's try. Okay. So what is the mistake? What is the mistake? Space. Good. Okay, I have given unnecessary space. You see here, try and accept belongs to the same level. Okay, this belongs to the same level. That's why no need of giving the space. See here, the traceback info was written into the error info.txt. Now, if I try to print that, we may get the entire data. Okay. Now, how to print that? Whatever the traceback that is written there. How to print that? We need to open the file. What is the name of the file? Error.info.txt. That must be opened in read mode. Okay, I'll try to do that. I'll copy this entire thing. Control C. I'll come here. I'll paste it. Here it must be opened in read mode. Okay. Now we got the object which points to the file. Now we need to error file dot read. We may use this function. After that, we need to close that. Error file. Okay, dot close. You close that. Now I'll run this. Okay, you can use read lines. Okay, all those things. Okay, this is the way to read the content of error info. Okay, the string whatever that we got, the trace back will be stored into that. Now you can read like this. Since we did not write a lot many things, I'm not getting anything. Okay, that's about the traceback. See here, in this example, we have written 116 characters into the file errorinfo.txt, which is brought from traceback.format exec. Okay. Now the next thing is assertions. Okay. An assertion is like a sanity check. It's known as a sanity check. Okay. Say here we'll be having a condition, a keyword, a condition, a comma, and the string which we need to display. Okay. You see in this example, there is a variable like pod bay door status is equal to open. So we will check whether that variable is defined as open. Okay. If it is false, we are giving some message that the pod bay doors needs to be open. Okay. That needs to be open. So we want this variable to be open in the entire program. Okay, that is needed. If you want to check that, we are using an assert statement. Okay. We'll try to execute this. I'll copy this. I'll paste it. Okay. Previous thing, I'm getting previous thing. So I'll copy this. I'll go to the editor. I'll paste it. Okay. It has been entered as open. Now I'll go to here. I'll copy this entire statement. I'll copy this. I'll copy this. I'll come here. I'll paste it. I'll type enter. Okay. Since it has been defined as open, there is no error. Okay. Say for example, I'll give this one as close. I will give this one as closed. Okay. I'll type enter. Now I'll check this. This time you'll get an error. What type of error it is? Please type me. What type of error we are getting? Please type me. What type of error you are getting? See the error name. Every one of you. Assertion error. Good Abhishek. Good Nitish. Good Sushma. I will wait for everybody's input. Good Varshini. Good Netra. Good Dhruti. Good Vainavi. Good Shirisha. Okay. Good Rachna. Good Durga. Okay. Good Surabhi. Good Priya. Good Kirti. I will wait for everybody's input. Priyanka. Good Rakshita. Good Udank. Okay. Good Vamshi. Okay. Good Divya. So, thank you every one of you. See here. So, we are writing an assert statement. We will check. We want that pay bay door status open in the entire program. Okay. So if you want to check that, we will be asserting, we will be using some assert statement. So if you see the syntax, assert is the keyword. Okay, here is the condition. This is the second is the condition. After that, if the condition is false, the statement which needs to be printed. Okay, so this we are going to do. So I think we can stop here. I think we can stop here. So in this class, you learned the two projects. Along with that, extraction of files, extraction of multiple files. Okay, along with that, error files. Okay, debugging. You learned debugging. In the debugging, you learned getting the trace back and raising exceptions and assertion error. Okay. Okay. Thank you, every one of you. We can stop here. Thank you, every one of you. Thank you, Shirisha. Thank you, Sushma. Thank you, Sanya. Thank you, Priyanka. Thank you, Vaishnavi. Thank you, Aziz. Thank you, Durga.